All right, so CBS Sports had an article. I'm going to bring it up right now, in fact, that talked about, I'll give you the headline, NFL future rankings for bad teams, sorting 12 struggling franchises by tiers from hopeful to hopeless. The 12 teams. All right. So
in order, you're just giving us the 12 teams.
Well,
I have the 12 teams.
I got it. I got it here. So there's 3 different categories. There's closer than you think, need something fresh, and a long way away. Which one do you think the Browns are in?
I made the graphics for this, so I will abstain from
Dustin,
answering.
which one do you think the Browns are in? A long way away, need something fresh, or closer than you think?
Closer than you think.
If only that were the case. Not according to this writer, and this was written by, whoever the hell wrote this for CBS, Jared Dubin. The Browns are part of the bottom group, which is a long way away. You see there, Titans at 8, Jets at 9, Browns at 10, Saints at 11, and Raiders at 12. The middle group is need something fresh. You got the Commanders at 3, Giants at 4, Falcons at 5, Cardinals at 6, and Dolphins at 7. And then the top group is the Bengals and the Cowboys. It says these 2 teams are essentially a legitimate defense away from being real playoff teams. I mean, I don't even know that I'd put the Bengals and Cowboys in this group at all. Like, I don't know if I would leave them out. So you obviously think they ranked the Browns wrong. You think they're closer than you think? Or were you just trying to guess what you thought they would play?
I was just guessing, and also that's sort of my opinion too.
Yeah, you think they are?
I do.
It's funny that they list the Bengals and Cowboys as closer than you think, saying, well, all they need is a defense. And yet with the Browns, you can say all you need is the offense. Now, it's harder to get the offense because you need a quarterback. A quarterback is the hardest thing to get, a good quarterback. Whereas the Bengals and Cowboys have quarterbacks. And the bottom line is you trust a team. If you're a fan, you'd rather have a team in this NFL, and maybe it'll change again, but you'd much rather have a great offensive team with a mediocre defense than a great defensive team with a mediocre offense.
Look at the Bengals last year and the Browns this year.
Right.
Two polar opposites of each other. The Bengals last year had historically bad defense.
Right.
Well, you talked about it time after time.
Yeah.
They finished the year 9-8, had a chance to make the playoffs.
Right.
We're putting up 40 to 45 points a game. They just were allowing 46 to 50.
Similar this year, except they didn't have Joe Burrow.
For part of
but
it.
they're still 3-0 when Burrow's played this year.
And then on the flip side, the Browns are 3-9 with a defense that we all think is in the top tier of defenses in football.
No doubt. It might be the best. It's certainly top 5.
And an offense that is bottom 5.
Yeah.
If not bottom 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have a chance to win when you have a quarterback that can outscore anybody.
Right.
If you struggle to score, in San Francisco last week's a great example. I know special teams was the ultimate factor they lost, but to our point earlier, they scored 1 touchdown. Like 1 touchdown drive. Didn't have a play in the red zone.
Yeah.
You're just not going to win many games.
No.
7-0, 7-6, 8-0. It's just so hard to play perfect in the other 2 facets.
Yeah.
But when you have an elite quarterback and an offense that can score, you can find ways to win 41-38. You could it's tough. It's obviously not sustainable, but you can find ways to win.
You probably can't win a Super Bowl if your defense stinks. Right? But if nothing else, it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
Right? If nothing else, even if they're mediocre or whatever. Like, if you're a Browns fan, Dustin, you're a Browns fan.
Yes.
If you could trade rosters with the Bengals, would you do it?
They have Joe Burrow.
100%.
Yes.
Right.
They have
That's
Joe Burrow.
And it's mostly because of one guy. Obviously, Jamar Chase factors in and T. Higgins and a couple other guys, but it's mostly because of one guy. And so you, as bad as the Bengals defense is, you'd still rather have the Bengals roster. Now, you could argue, you could make the case that in the Browns case, well, I was going to say that you really just need the quarterback. But the Browns are so bad on the offensive line and so bad at wide receiver that it will take more than just a quarterback. Now, obviously, if they had an elite quarterback, it could make up for some of the other deficiencies. The offensive line, that's going to be a hard turnaround.
You watched Burrow the year they made the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
How does the Browns' offensive line this year compare to the Bengals' offensive line that year? Because that was the whole talking point the whole season was the Bengals' offensive line was getting Burrow killed.
Yeah. part of it is first of all, Burrow, and he'll tell you this, I would think. He contributes to some of his own sacks. He holds the ball. First of all, he doesn't want to give up on a play. Mm-hmm. So there are times where he'll hold the ball longer than he should. And the Bengals throw the ball so much, he's just going to take more hits. That's just part of his game. I think the Browns' current offensive line is worse than the Bengals that year. Not by a lot, but it's worse. But it's going to get even worse. Yeah. You see it. Wyatt Teller is deteriorating. Joe Bitonio is no longer playing at a Pro Bowl level.
No.
Like, they have nobody under contract that's a starter for next year. Not one guy under contract that's a starter for next year, for sure. And I don't know, you couldn't name for sure a single starter on the Browns' offensive line for next year.
No.
Not one. So that's a massive, massive issue. So, yeah, I mean, the Browns are along. I do think they're. I bring up that list again, Anthony, of the group that the Browns are in.
It's the Saints, I think.
Saints, Raiders, Jets.
Titans, Jets, and Browns.
The Browns, to me, are in better shape than any of those other teams in terms of roster, to me. Now, if you love Cam Ward, then you probably feel differently. But Cam Ward's been obviously pretty bad as a rookie. It doesn't mean he won't be. He's on a terrible team. Yeah. I'm giving him time.
He's made some really good throws. The numbers are horrific.
But the Saints don't have a quarterback. The Raiders don't have a quarterback. And the Jets don't have a quarterback. So
the Browns I'll put the Browns higher than all these teams do.
Yeah, the Browns at least are great at one side of the ball. Now, the only thing about that is it's hard to be consistently great on defense year to year as opposed to on offense, where if you have your quarterback healthy, you're going to be fine. Because, we saw it. The Browns were great on defense in 22. Last year, they were mediocre.
Yep.
And this year, they've been great again. And you could say, well, they've added talent, which they have. But 2022 and 2023, they had basically the same guys.
And they've been incredibly healthy, as we mentioned earlier.
Right.
Which is hard to sustain year after year.
That
and
too.
they lost Emerson at the beginning of the year, too, before anything really started.
Yeah. Denzel Ward has stayed healthy this year. Has he missed a game this year? I don't think so.
Nope.
This could be his first year that he plays the whole season. And, you're going to get that again next year? I don't know. But, obviously the Browns are extremely talented and extremely deep on defense. I would put them I would put them in the next group.
The need something fresh tier?
Yes.
And is not something fresh in your mind? Is that
something new? To me, it's
quarterback.
A quarterback or a head coach?
Offense?
Yeah. Obviously, it's quarterback, but to me, it's coach and GM.
So why do you think those 5 teams, Bull, this writer from CBS, put these 5 teams in a different category than the Browns? 'Cause I think you're right. You can make a case.
Not the Giants, but a giant.
Yeah, I misspelled that wrong. That's on me. Hand up, my bad.
Yeah, to me, the Commanders are in closer than you think.
I agree.
Because
they were there.
I think Jaden Daniels will bounce back next year. He's got his issues, but I think he'll bounce back next year.
All those teams have a quarterback that they think could be the guy to take them to the Super Bowl.
Do you love any of those quarterbacks?
Do I love any of those 4 quarterbacks?
I don't love Tua. Don't love Kyler.
I mean, listen.
Penix.
Okay, so Tua injury prone.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray injury prone.
Yeah.
Penix way too early. Also turnover prone.
Right.
Giants
way
don't
too
know
early.
about him.
Yeah, and injury
Commanders
prone.
Injury prone. So all those, they all have quarterbacks.
No, Giants injury prone too with Dart.
Yeah, fair enough.
I know it's too early.
Yeah.
Of all those quarterbacks, I like Daniels the most, and then I would probably put Dart too.
I like Dart number 2. Yeah.
Yeah, but so far they've both been injured a lot early in their careers, and with Dart especially, we got to see way more. But yeah, obviously the Giants are going to get a new coach this year. Dolphins, it looks like they're not. Dolphins are actually playing much better since they got smoked by the Browns. We thought they fired the coach. Instead, they've gone the opposite way.
They actually rallied behind him and kind of they came out publicly and backed their coach. I like Mike, so I hope he can turn it around.
Am I crazy for thinking the Cardinals shouldn't be in this group? They actually should be in the group above because they're on the hook for Kyler. I don't think Kyler Murray is good. I think they've played significantly better.
You're saying they should be in the group that the Browns are in?
Yeah. I would actually just because they're stuck under contract with Kyler Murray for multiple years at $40+ million a year.
Yeah.
The offenses look significantly better with Jacoby Brissett. McBride's look better. Harrison Jr.'s look better. The running games look better. That whole offense operates better with Jacoby Brissett, but you're stuck with Kyler Murray.
I just don't watch enough Cardinals because they're on the West Coast.
Yeah.
And I just don't know.
I
I
have
mean,
all
every
the
time
guys
I've
on
seen
fantasy.
Murray when he's healthy, he makes plays.
He kind of, when he was healthy, he would always fall apart late in the season, though. I don't love the Cardinals, but I don't love the Dolphins either. I
also don't mind putting the Dolphins up
I
in
don't
Group
trust
2.
Tua.
I'm trying to take my Browns bias out of this, but I think being stuck with quarterbacks like Tua and Kyler under contract puts them further away from actually being truly competitive than.
Yeah, but the Dolphins, the Dolphins could still make the playoffs. I mean, it's possible. I mean, I don't know. I don't know that the Browns are in better shape than the Cardinals or Dolphins, but I guess I get what you're saying. You can make that argument. I would not put the Browns ahead of those other teams.
No.
Although the Giants stink too. But at least the Falcons and Saints have hope with a quarterback.
Yeah.
Penix and Dart. The Browns don't right now. Well, I mean, I know some fans do, but we'll see. It's just, and it's not just they're just so bad on offense.
Yeah.
The Browns.
I mean, but let's use the Giants as an example.
Yeah.
Right? You have Dart, who people really like. Obviously, the health is a legitimate concern.
Yeah,
He's
you
gotta
like
be better.
at this moment you'd take Dart over anybody on the Browns.
100%.
You'd take Malik Neighbors over any wide receiver.
You take Wan'Dale Robinson over any receiver.
Jerry Jeudy's better than Wan'Dale Robinson. I know he's having a terrible year, but come on.
Right now?
You were saying he was a Pro Bowler last year.
And look how bad he's been this year.
Dude.
I know, he's terrible.
I would not take.
I would take Judkins over Scatterbo. And I like Scatterbo.
Yeah, I would take Judkins over Scatterbo.
But I would take Judkins.
The Giants' offensive line.
Scatterbo is a good player.
Yeah.
Judkins is special.
He doesn't have the special trait that Judkins has.
Right, yeah.
And the Giants' offensive line is significantly better than the Browns.
But I would take.
And Scatterbo is going to probably live in concussion protocol throughout his career.
Yeah, the way he plays. Yeah,
and I'm not making fun of it. Obviously, I just think he plays with such reckless abandon.
Yeah, right.
That, frankly, it's kind of selfish because he's not going to be able to be on the field. They need him on the field.
Yeah. They've got good depth at running back though with Tyrell Tracy and Singletary.
Singletary was good last night.
Browns got. I'd take Harold Fannin over any of the Giants tight ends.
How about the stat they put up in the broadcast about Fannon's run after catch, like after contact?
He's hard to tackle.
He has. I think it was like. Do you remember the stat they gave on CBS?
No, but I know he's broken more tackles than any rookie receiver this season.
Maybe that was it. I don't know, but it was a great stat, and they were just raving about the fact because he's not the biggest guy.
No,
he's slippery though.
Right,
He's slippery. Yeah.